I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
Excuse me?
The party. The pants with the pants. Party with pants.
Brick, are you saying that there's a party in your pants and that I'm invited?
That's it.
Hello and welcome to all my fellow Canadians. Listen. This is Toy Community Episode 3. Laser Pants is going to roast the hell out of this Kaiju Canuck guy. Are you ready? I think unicorns are great, especially when they're smothered in gravy and sunshine. Anyways, I just shit my pants.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everybody, to Toy Community Episode 3. I'm your host, Laser Pants, also known as Ryan. Quick disclaimer, if you only come to this channel for toys, this is not the show for you. We're going to sprinkle in a little drama tonight. Me and my co-host, who's waiting backstage for me to bring him in. So why don't I just bring him in? You know him from the Mega Powers podcast. From his own channel, the Figure It Out Show. This guy's everywhere. Please welcome Zakanen.
Yeah!
What's going on, man?
Communi-Toys. I'm ready. I brought all my toys. We're not doing toys?
We're not doing toys tonight.
I thought it was Communi-Toys.
We gotta take care of some shit.
Yeah. All right, fine. Let's do that. Okay, now I'm ready.
How you been, Zakanen?
I've been fucking fantastic. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to curb that. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, we're 3 minutes in. Listen, I mean, Biden introduced us and he already cussed, so I think...
Listen, I don't want to get political, but that's probably the best intro I've ever seen.
Do you want to see it one more time?
Just one more time.
All right.
Hello and welcome to all my fellow Canadians. Listen. This is Toy Community Episode 3. Laser Pants is going to roast the hell out of this Kaiju Canuck guy. Are you ready? I think unicorns are great, especially when they're smothered in gravy and sunshine. Anyways, I just shit my pants.
Yeah.
Good luck, mods.
So anyway, a lot of talk of tariffs lately, huh?
All day at work. All day at work.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but me and Bobby talked about tariffs in the toy industry on the last 3POA.
That was a good 3POA, actually. I enjoyed that.
Did you like it? It was good, right? And then I took a portion of that show. Well, let me bring it up here.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna bring this up. It was a really good time. I know that the mods had their work cut out for them. But you remember this? Remember this show that we did?
I do. It was great.
Like 4 days ago.
In fact, I can't forget this show because it's. I say the clips have gone viral. Is what I would say.
Well, I made a clip.
Was it you?
I don't make clips all the time, but I decided to make a clip this time. This clip right here. Did you watch the clip too?
Yes, I did.
It was pretty good.
And by the way, everyone was sending me the clips, including a certain president of the United States clip.
Oh, you like that one?
That one was really good.
But yeah, so this happened, and someone decided to make a response, and right off the bat, it was real fishy. But before we get into that, okay, I want to go to the chat. First of all, Kaiju Kitty, he reminds everyone, he says, I honked that like button so hard, I got a damn ticket for it. I'm not even in New York. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And then K-Dog Broadcasting with a member chat. Thank you, K-Dog. OG Squad, I thought a Communi-Tea was sitting back with a cup of Earl Grey and making bad puns about Royals?
Talking about Royals. That's going to be hyper political, by the way. So let's not talk about Royals right now. It's not a baseball team.
I don't know what that. Yeah, okay, whatever. So we did this. We did this show. I made a clip from the show about a particular toy company. Of course, it is Super 7. Right?
Thank you for bringing me on for this, because I am not a fan of their product, but I want to say at their price point. I should probably preface that.
Well, I mean, the 3POA is like known for being big fans of Super 7, right? I mean, maybe not really.
That's Silverhawk, that the vacuum metal, which is a whole saga in itself of, that even happened. That is the worst figure that I have purchased, hands down. I will never ever pay full price for a Super 7 figure ever again.
Well, listen, quality of their toys aside, put that crap quality aside. The reason why I made this clip from our main show was because it was noticed on their online store that you add an item to cart, an item that is in stock, and they add a tariff surcharge to it. This was on items that have been in stock for some of them over a year.
Yep. Items
that were not tariffed at the current 145% rate, or even the former 50% or the former 10% rate.
Yeah.
Right. This is stuff that's been in stock for quite a while. Me and Bobby were thinking it was kind of scummy. And so this came out, and boy, I tell you, it wasn't even 24 hours later, there was a response from someone.
Hey guys.
This fellow right here. He said, hey guys. Hey guys.
Could we replay the beginning just real quick? I want to hear that lisp.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Oh, okay. I heard it that time.
Hey guys. It was so.
Is that Shilly saying without his glasses on? Is that Shilly?
No, it's not Shilly.
Okay.
No. So this is I had never heard of this YouTuber before, Kaiju Canuck. Right?
Nope.
I'm not particularly into kaijus, nor am I a Canuck. But I saw it shared in a Facebook group, and I thought, and the person that shared it said, you all need to watch this because the 3POA this or that. I'm like, what? Hold on. So I click on it, and this is the video. And this, I put my clip out on Sunday, right? The clip of Super 7. Remove that. Put that. This one.
Yep.
Okay. This came out not 24. I don't think it was even 24 hours later.
I'm just recording this really quickly on my way to the gym, just because I'm probably not going to have a chance to get to my computer and record something more formally today.
Now, this is very early in the morning. It's still dark out.
I can't work out that early, by the way. But yeah, he watched this video like.
We're going to get to it.
At the gym.
So, yeah, it's very informal, like he said. Driving in his car, a little odd. So let's keep going.
It's 5 in the morning. There's nobody on the road, so you don't have to worry about that. But basically, last week, Super 7 put out a notice saying that they were going to start charging an 8% tariff fee on non-apparel items from their catalog, direct from Super 7.
So there it is. 8% tariff fee on non apparel items.
Yeah.
And they were mentioning that this is in response to the tariffs that they've been trying to deal with internally at their own expense. And basically, they're like, we've tried to do it all ourselves.
Royale says this is an urgent response.
So 8% moving forward.
Certainly
if
was.
That changes in the future, we'll be sure to let you guys know as soon as possible. I think this is similar to how Big Bad Toy Store is attempting to deal with things. Just
bring it up.
Dave Lane, what kind of asshole cars while he's driving? That's how I started rumbling and ranting. That was in my car driving.
Yeah.
Having a tariff charge on top of the base price, just because as the situation changes, you can always change that surcharge rather than adjusting the base price of the item.
No, yeah, we get it.
Rapidly in response to these things. Now, some folks, this guy's not stopping. Folks have
I wish he kept going.
pointed out that the 8% charge also applies to items that are already in stock that will not be subjected to future tariffs.
Yeah, that was me, Zakane. I did that.
Yeah.
That was me.
But now the way he said it though was different.
But that was me.
He had more of a lisp when he said it, so it just changed how I thought of it.
Criticism being like, why are they charging 8% on an item?
That's a good question.
That's been in stock for weeks or months now. When tariffs are only taking effect moving forward.
What's their timestamp?
I think it's a good question.
Before we got to that part, do we have a timestamp
on what?
On how far it took him to get to that point? I was just curious on how long he had been talking up until right then.
No, I don't know.
Okay. We'll say 8 minutes.
That's worth exploring.
No, because the video player in StreamYard doesn't show the time.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I think we all recognize that an 8% surcharge in the face of 145% tariffs is a drop in the bucket. Like it's.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Hold on. Don't make it sound like an 8% surcharge on the retail price is equal to 145% surcharge on the retail price. Tariffs are not on the retail price. They're on the manufacturer's cost. We already know that. Is that a fallacy, Zakanen?
That sounded super gay when you said fallacy like that. So yes, is indeed
not even 10%.
A fallacy.
It's closer to 5% than it is the full 145%.
It's not 145% of retail, though. Let's reiterate that.
Is he doing Scott Steiner math? Like I'm trying to keep track of.
I don't know. Let's keep going.
So I haven't spoken to Super 7. I haven't talked to Brian because he's literally trying to stop this guy from falling onto his company.
Wait, you mean you would? Sounds like he would just talk to Brian. Maybe call him on speed dial. Zakanen?
Yeah. Hello?
But
Brian.
if I were to guess,
You smell something? I
Is
smell
it
a little
bullshit?
fishy. A little fishy.
That's no bullshit.
Or maybe that.
they're trying to do is they're trying to flatten the curve. They're saying, okay, instead of charging a much higher percent on
Well, how do you know? Who told you this?
only new items, we're going to do an 8% across the board that softens the impact for across everybody. Now, unfortunately,
How does he know this?
Everybody has to pay a little bit of a premium, rather than just the folks that are buying.
Is
new
he guessing?
items. But
It's like he's speaking from a point of authority, right?
This is almost
He's
like
saying this is
conjecture,
factual.
right?
He's saying this is fact, and I know this. Well, how do you know that?
This is like conjecture, right?
it's basically sharing the burden that the company is facing. And if I were to guess, I don't know this for certain.
Oh, now he's guessing.
I believe that Super 7 is trying to go down different avenues to share a piece of the burden, with retailers, with licensors, with the factories, and now with the customer. 8% here, there is a lot easier to absorb or to brunt that cost rather than just like 50% on the customer or 50%.
Sure, but that changes nothing about these items weren't tariffed.
Yep.
These didn't get tariffed because they've been in your warehouse for a long time.
Percent on Super 7.
If anything, they
So
should be
that's what I
discounted
think
because
is
no one
happening.
wants them.
The reason I wanted to bring this up, though, is because
Oh. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. This is great.
there are these videos that are starting to pop up. People are starting to realize that it's an 8% surcharge on all items. And they're trying to use this as evidence to say that Super 7 is being scummy or shady.
It is evidence that they're scummy and shady. It is.
When they're charging 8% on items that are in stock and not just on pre-orders.
God, he says the same thing
And it
over and
just-
over again.
You know, it's really easy
It just, it just kind of hurt my feelings, guys. It's very hurtful.
to have like such a volatile reaction to turn on.
Volatile? I'll show you volatile. We
Yeah.
were pretty calm, me and Bobby, when we recorded our video.
Yeah.
I never screamed once.
Chill. Frosty.
I was drinking heavily.
Your camera and to post a video that is rage bait, is negativity bait.
Rage bait. Negativity bait. Remember this.
Be able to get around this truck. I hope so.
Now, who could he be talking about? Who could
When
he be talking
you could
about?
just like think about it for longer than 5 seconds.
Oh, I got news for you. I thought about it for a lot more than 5 seconds. Okay?
And come to a conclusion that, not even come to a conclusion, but propose some ideas.
Oh,
as to why-
propose ideas. How come we didn't think about it for more than 5 seconds or propose any ideas?
they're doing this, right? If you're gonna say that they're doing this because they're scummy and they're trying to leverage the situation, then why aren't they charging the 8% on apparel items?
Because no one buys apparel items.
What?
And by the way, that means nothing. It just because they're not doing that doesn't mean they're not doing this. The two are not related.
Or perishables. No apparel or perishable goods.
No perishables. Oh, no edibles.
They've been very clear. This doesn't apply to apparel items. Now, look, I also think that there's room for Super 7 to have been more clear as to why they're doing this, right?
Oh, do you? Do you think there's room for
Oh.
them to have clarified?
There's a little room. There's a
Well,
little wiggle room.
clarify.
Little wiggle room.
So,
do believe that they're trying to flatten the curve, but I think that they could have maybe.
they're trying to flatten the curve.
I
Stop.
heard that curve thing used in another controversial historical moment in American
Stop the
history.
spread.
done a little bit of a better job in explaining that. Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, I think, put out statements that were much more elaborate, and there's a lot more information in those statements justifying what they're doing. And the whole basis of this channel is that more information is almost always a good thing.
Oh, more information, like maybe who you're talking about, or who you're friends with, or who asked you to make this video. We'll get to that.
So, yeah, I think Super 7 could have maybe explained why 8% is applying to all items rather than just new items. But I think that if you just think about it, you can come up with some ideas that might make a little bit more sense.
I think we did.
So,
Yeah.
I think people are real quick to be like, oh, company is just doing greedy company things so that you can put the company.
You know what's funny is that when you say something negative about a toy company or critical of a toy company on Facebook or YouTube, I often see the excuse, well, they're a company. That's what they're going to do. It's like, okay, so what's wrong with saying it then?
Yeah.
Am I not supposed to say it?
You said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
into a box and then forget about the box. Low resolution thinking is something that all of our brains are really hardwired to do.
Low resolution thinking.
In the same way that and we need to overcome this urge, right? Low resolution thinking is something that we all actively have to overcome.
Oh,
In the same way that we
so are word salads.
have to
I will tell
overcome the
you.
urge to sell.
I'm stealing low resolution thinking. That guy, that's gold right there. Okay, so
low resolution thing.
taking it,
Yeah.
stealing it.
Settle our disagreements with.
What about low resolution shilling? Is that you could use that one too, right?
Shit, Elite Legend. I gotta beat him to it. Hang on, I gotta make a post real quick.
You better copyright that.
Dibs. Did he? Dibs.
Yeah, trademark.
Our fists rather than our words, right? Like we all have.
You're not using fists anywhere. This guy is.
Let's go to the gym, pal. Okay, he's a gym bro.
Primal instincts that we need to overcome. You know, companies are now starting to come out and say like how these tariffs are impacting them. Valaverse just put out a video over the weekend.
Interesting that he would mention Valaverse. Why? He's not talking about any specific video. He just said there's lots of videos. There's lots of videos.
For an example,
doing this,
saying that they have so far endured an extra $11,000 worth of costs.
That's pretty specific.
Now, Valaverse is one.
Where did he say that?
I'm going to say he probably heard that from the video. I'm going to say.
Yeah. Actually, I think Bobby said it on the Valaverse video, and then
that's right. He did. Yeah, he said on both.
Yeah.
One company doing one line that is not licensed.
Valaverse is one company doing one line. Actually, he's done two, but that's okay. We'll let that go. Yeah, and the one line is unlicensed.
If you go to Super 7's website and you go to the bottom of the page, they have like well over 30 licenses, many of which have multiple,
and none of them are done well.
Lines running. So right away, you can get the sense that they're not talking $11,000 worth of extra tariff.
Exactly. It really has nothing to do with tariffs, licensing.
Nope.
So what? That's already baked into the cost of the figure, the licensing.
This is a justification. This is another. I'm going to throw that out there. This is another thing that's going on. It doesn't really have anything to do with this. I'm going to throw it out there like a smokescreen.
Right. Yeah.
They're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in tariffs. So, you know, 8% at the end of the day, it's just a drop in the bucket. You know, this is. I believe that Super 7 is really trying their best to not pass along the extra cost.
Why do you think that? What makes you think that? What evidence do you have of that? Are you talking to someone there at the company?
Got a direct line.
Is Brian Flynn in your favorites list on your phone?
Is he in his pocket right now?
But at the same time, they need to keep the lights on. They need to keep, you know, they're really trying hard to
in San Francisco,
in
the most expensive part of San Francisco. They need to keep the lights on in their offices. Yeah, and they need to clean the sidewalks of all the human feces out front.
Just wall it off, just like Escape from New York, Escape from San Francisco. Just done. Sorry, San Francisco.
That's right.
From firing them, basically, from laying them off. So, yeah.
Oh, wait, Super 7's going to lay off their employees? They're going to fire them? He's suggesting that. Is that a guess, or was that something that you also know?
Because I haven't heard about them doing layoffs.
By the way, Kaiju Canuck, if you're here, say something in the chat.
Those are my thoughts on the
scared.
8% surcharge. I think it's unfortunate, but in the face of 145% tariffs, I don't know what else you would do. You know, hopefully I'm able to find time.
Maybe you'd put the surcharge just on stuff that was tariffed.
Maybe
you would do that.
To chat with Brian, you know, I can only imagine.
He's gonna chat with Brian. He hasn't had a chance yet, but he's gonna.
And we can talk about what Super 7's strategy is right now and in the long term. So that's it. Quick and dirty recording. I hope you all have a great start.
Oh, it was dirty, all right.
Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, Fast and Filthy, that's me, buddy. I'm definitely stealing fucking low res because of that shit. He's already stealing my shit.
So, you know about my video, right? Our video. There was another video made about this as well, okay? And this was my guy right here. Have you heard of Mad Hatter Reviews?
I've streamed with Mad Hatter Reviews.
Yeah, this is him on the screen right here. He's a YouTuber.
He's told me things before.
Yeah, he said, hey, I saw you're going to do a show about tariffs. He's like, check this out. And he told me about the Super 7 website. And I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. And so we did. But he made a video after mine, which, by the way, I got more views than him. Look at this, super shady. That's kind of rage bait.
It's a question mark. He's asking a question over here.
It's true. Yeah. So I searched far and wide on the internet for someone else's video on this. I couldn't find nobody doing videos on this except for 3POA and Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter reviews. That's it. That's it, Zakanin.
Just two.
Just two.
YouTube could be shadow banning those. I don't know how Super 7's reach extends out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then Kaiju Canuck popped up. And he
I
made the
like his
video.
branding, honestly. That's I really like the branding.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Listen, relax.
I'm just, you know what? We give a little sugar, we give a little spice over here. Okay, I'm gonna say, look at this point in the video where he said this nice thing about you.
You can see almost all of his videos here they look well produced, right? In his little home studio,
Looks
making
solid.
it nice. They're not in his car. That seems very unusual for his channel. Jump in my car, record a quick and unedited video, real quick.
You're taking shots at me and Chad right now. Okay.
Like, I'm just saying, like, all of a sudden, this thumbnail and video pop up, and it's like, oh, that's a little different. He doesn't usually do that. I wonder why. And then Zakanin, you go to his page, right? You go to his YouTube page, and you start scrolling through thumbnails, and what's this? Interview with Kyle. What?
Is that a Cosmic Legion's name? What is that?
I don't know. But he's from Super 7. Oh, look at this. A couple more. Here's one with Brian a month ago. And Kyle Waladiga a month ago.
I don't know what. Let us know what that nationality is, Chad. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a few. Oh, look, another one 4 months ago. Super 7 employees of Canaan. Look at that.
He's got an inside track into it.
Well, I'm sure there's not any more than that. Oh, wait, there is. 5 months ago. Oh. Brian Flynn. Okay, we can move on now because there's not. Oh, there is another one 8 months ago. Brian Flynn again.
That's got to be the last one, though, right?
Yeah, no, this actually is the last. Wait,
That's
no,
the
it's
real-
not.
Oh.
It's not because 10 months ago.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, and then a year ago.
Fuck, I haven't had you on my channel one time. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
God.
It's almost like he has a good relationship with Super 7. Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing's wrong with that. I won't hate on that part of it.
No. That's fine, I guess. It goes on though. Got to find it here.
Are we
Click on it.
blocking this guy at any
If
point,
you-
or are we going to let him?
Yeah, don't bring him up again.
Okay.
You bring this, you go to his YouTube description. You can become a member of his channel. He's going to he is going to have content with news and updates on toy collecting and kaiju pop culture. That
That
cool.
sounds good. I like that
it.
so far.
Sponsorship and affiliate information updated 15/8/2024. Now for
That's
us
last year.
Yankees, that's August 15th, not the 15th month and the 8th month. I don't know. But they put the day first, then the month, then the year. Right? So as of August 15th, 2024, Super 7 is the first one. I earn 7% off of each purchase you make with my link.
So right there, usually someone would have a disclaimer in the beginning of their video if they're talking about a certain company saying, in all fairness, also, I do have an affiliate link.
He's got his own super7.com website /Kaiju Canuck.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You got to be transparent with that kind of shit. Otherwise, this also makes you
Surely.
look shady.
Surely
shilly.
he wouldn't be unbiased, would he? Would he?
Yeah. If he had started with the disclaimer, that would have changed this whole video. It really would have. If he had said, listen, I got an affiliate link, I make money off this, but here's my take. I know I have a bias, right? If you come out with that right off the get-go, I think that would have changed things. But he didn't.
No, he did not. He did not say that on that video. So we're gonna go over to my channel, if that's okay with you.
I'm good with that. I want to know about your affiliate Valaverse link.
Oh, I wish I had one. Let me tell you.
Right?
I told him he owed me like a portion of every sale. He didn't listen to me. So I need to.
I think Leet's cracking on me right here. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, before I go to the 3 POA video, because I want to go through it again. Let's go to the chat. I haven't been to the chat yet, man.
Get to him.
Royale says people are going to think that intro is fake. Why? I might know Joe Biden.
Maybe.
Shilly Singh says that Canuck is legit a true hero.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start that one.
Michael Stewart, thank you for the member chat. He says BS on the gym. I don't know.
I'm willing to believe that he's going to the gym to look at hot dudes and hot women.
Impossible Pie Productions. He says, oh, that guy, he's my Canadian neighbor. What's up, Mr. Pie?
Mr. Pie.
Hal Jordan, another Canuck. What's up, man? He says, okay, I'm back. Needed the appropriate avatar for Zach.
Listen, I'm enjoying your avatar. Hal, you are doing the Lord's work, even though she is dressed in enemy colors. As 3POA
are those Canadian
continues to invade Canada.
Are those Canadian titties?
I'm pretty sure they're Canadian titties.
Yo, Joe Jerk is here. What's up, Jerk? He says, yo! Hey, LP and Zakanen. What's up, Jerk? We got Kaiju Kitty. What's up, Kaiju Kitty? He says, I am subscribed to this guy. Should we ban Kaiju Kitty? I'm kidding. Some of his content is all right, but he is hardcore Super 7 apologist. Sure does seem like it. Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy, for the super chat. He says the urgency is palpable. Yes, it definitely was. He had to get in that car and start recording immediately. Let me see here. I gotta share this and share. Here's my video. I'm gonna take it down for now. Thank you, Jeremy. Omar V says typical Flynn fluffer. Elite legend, Ramona. Anyone that says flatten the curb is ending up on the Elite Legends list.
I'm looking forward to that video.
Add him to the list. Suka, thank you, Suka. He says you can save 8% by not buying Super 7.
There's math.
Yeah, 8% of the GDP of Guatemala is how much you'll save not buying Super 7. Lyle Convoy. What's up, Lyle? Lyle's a huge Super 7 fan. He says Super 7 is ran by a liar. Whoa. Okay, we're not beating around the bush here.
Minecraft. I don't know.
Say, what about Minecraft?
I don't know if reliable. I don't know. I guess he's saying it. We're okay.
He's a liar in Minecraft. Reliable? I don't know.
I like reliable.
He says Super 7 is ran by a liar, and there's not a sensible human being that wouldn't properly recognize that. Who is this doofus? Thank you, Lyle. We got another one from Jeremy. Thank you for the super chat, Jeremy. He says they say that all tariffs are created equal, but if you look at upcoming pre-orders and the prices of in-stock items, it's just not true. Scott Steiner, probably.
Shout out to Jeremy. Looking forward to more loose but complete from you too, by the way.
Coming soon. Thank you, Jeremy. Robert's Infinite Realms, thanks for the member chat. This is like the writing for the Acolyte. You have the elephant share to figure out what's actually happening. Dude is making this up. Super 7 is scummy. Thank you, Robert. Lyle Convoy with another one. I think there's room for Super 7 to remove itself from the census.
What room?
Wow. Father Son Galaxy, thanks for the member chat. He says, guys gagging on all Super 7 inches of that thing.
Wow.
Headcanon with the super chat. Thank you, Headcanon. Super 7, BBTS, and soon Hasbro are just getting the consumer to prepay for the tax on future product. Thank you, Headcanon. Cody Walls with the member chat. Thank you. Low resolution shill. LOL. You like that one, Cody?
I like that one. Shout out to
K-Dog
Cody, by the way.
Broadcasting with the super chat. Thank you, K-Dog. There's shilling and there's drive-by shilling. This guy's one of the weakest takes without hiding it I've ever seen. Thank you, K-Dog. It's Chad, member for 19 months. It's cool. I'm here now. Hello, Chad. Thanks for being here.
Chad.
We got, I forgot to do his song.
You gotta do his
Damn it.
song. You gotta.
It's on the next one, I will. We got Michael Stewart with 3POA podcast membership. Thank you, Michael Stewart. Appreciate you very much. I didn't see who got that, but we will get to it later. Sorry, doing something here. All
I
right.
see it. Birds and Boxes got that membership.
There we go. Birds and Boxes. Welcome to channel membership. Thank you, Michael Stewart. Lord of Brooklyn, BK for life. When you purchase flour, sour cream, and Wonder Bread from BJ's, Zakana makes 10% on each purchase.
Oh boy.
Damn. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. I don't know most of the shit that Lord of Brooklyn says, but it's funny.
We got Jersey Maniac. He says, of all the toy companies, why the would anyone be an apologist for Super 7?
Oh, I need that button. I need to do that.
You like that?
I do. I
You
need
like
that
this
for me.
button? Yeah. KJ Smith says, get the real kaiju on here.
Does he mean Kitty? Yeah.
Or Daddy.
Is he? Daddy's not even a member, though, is he?
There's a kaiju pants out there.
Kaiju pants.
We got Padre Cacanero.
Costanero.
I like Cacanero.
Yeah, you do.
Costanero. Padre Casanero. He says, I went and saw Thunderbolts because of your recommendation, Laser Pants, and actually enjoyed it. So thanks for the video and recommendation. You are very welcome, and thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Padre. Okay. Impossible Pies. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Ryan, go over his comments on his video. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. We're going to get there. Thank you, Mr. Pie. Okay. So he said, why wouldn't they think that maybe Super 7 is just spreading out the cost of the tariffs among all products? Why didn't they mention that, he said? Well, now this is our video that I clipped from the 3POA podcast, episode 97, and listen to this.
Charging you for something that someone else is going to order down the road.
And they could have just put that in their frequently asked questions section here. Like, we know that it's like some of our products that are in stock weren't tariff, but to offset the tariffs on the new stuff, we're going to just put it across the board on everything 8%.
So bad.
They could have said that, but they didn't. So, but they didn't, Zakanan. That was covered.
Yeah.
That was 100% covered.
Listen, maybe he
We said
wasn't
that.
able to watch the whole video because he was driving.
Why are you driving and watching videos? That's not safe.
No, and neither is driving above the speed limit. Go the speed limit, folks. Wear your seatbelt.
Yep. All right. Zakanan saying LP not going on his channel is bullshit. Made me laugh out loud for some reason. Why? I will go on your channel.
I know. It's only a matter of time.
I said I would, Zakanan.
I know.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's almost like this guy might be a little bit biased. He said he hadn't talked to Brian Flynn, but Brian Flynn has been on his channel how many times? I can't count. Seems like maybe a little conflict of interest there. And then there was this. Now, for some reason, he mentioned Valaverse in his video.
He did mention Valaverse.
Something tells me he
$11,000.
Something tells me he does not collect Valaverse stuff. I don't know what it is. It's an odd company to come up with, just out of the blue to compare to. Of all companies.
Just random.
It's weird. But then there's this comment on his video. He says one of his subscribers says, speaking of Valverse, I assume you watched the video of him in laser pants posted on the 3POA podcast channel? Because no joke, I literally watched that video yesterday and was thinking to myself, I wonder if Canuck knows about this situation. Well, first of all, thank you, Guy. Saverio Vinci 1212.
I don't know how to spell that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saverio Vinci. You just say it fast and it sounds great.
Thanks for watching our video. He says, Kaiju response. I'm not going to read all this, but he says, Kaiju response. He says, I did see the 3PO stream. It's 3PO A.
Hey.
Okay. This is not a Star Wars channel. We are not a droid. 3PO A. Like Canadians. A.
Hey.
He says, I think Bobby Valla is a talented dude. Oh, that's nice. But I think his head is pretty far up his own rear. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Now, this is different. He wasn't really on the attack in his video.
But he is now.
Sounds like an attack.
It's almost like he doesn't, he's biased against Bobby. He doesn't like Bobby. Because Bobby's head is up his ass, according to him.
Maybe he doesn't like people who have their heads up their butts.
Yeah.
He's got a bias.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
He says on Reddit, look up a post titled, saw Bobby on a podcast, and I understand why he's so toxic. Yeah, definitely go look at Reddit. That's a reliable source of information. Good stuff there. And then he says the BBTS sale was on them overstocking too much Super 7 stuff. So he's talking about all that massive glut of product that was dumped on BBTS, like Super 7. Ultimates were like $10, some less.
Yep.
I mean, it was a fire sale on Super 7 products.
I picked some up because at that price, no problem. I'll buy them.
No, I won't.
They're still, and by the way, when you get them
If I go to Subway and they have a free sandwich on the menu, but it's a turd sandwich, I'm not going to get it. Okay?
Fair.
If they say, hey, this sandwich is like 90% off, but it's got human shit in it, fresh, I'll say, I think I'll stick with the meatball. Thank you.
No hot chili sandwich for me. Thank you very much.
No. But he says the BBTS sale was them overstocking too much Super 7 stuff. How do you know? Did you talk to Joel at BBTS? Did you talk to Brian Flynn? You probably talked to Brian Flynn. Sounds like he's pretty close with Brian Flynn.
Real close.
Yeah. He says the handling versus tariff fee is splitting hairs, if you ask me. Well, I'm not asking you because you work for Super 7. So why would I listen to you? Right, Zakanin?
Well, I'm going to say right also on topic with you're talking about Subway sandwiches. Suga nailed it right here. He's correct.
Yes, Suga, you're right. Subway
You're
is
completely
disgusting.
Right, Suga.
Never go to Subway. Horrible sandwiches. Unless they want to sponsor this channel, then they're the best.
Then I'll eat them up.
Yeah.
Like Jersey Mike's too, whatever.
Give me an affiliate link for Subway.
Firehouse subs. Let's start a competition.
Let's
Let's
do it.
Let's do this.
Blah, blah, blah. Last paragraph, he says, some of Vala's points are worth discussing. Well, that's what we were doing. We were discussing some points. But the rest have been resolved long ago. I hope for his sake that his toy line does well.
I thought he was going out of business. He's closing doors, right?
No, maybe.
Yeah, he had shut the lights off. Jordan was in trouble. I think Jordan. Hashtag save Jordan.
No, fire Jordan. He says, I hope for his sake that his toy line does well. Because he talks so much crap about other toy companies that I can't see him getting hired by them again. Ooh. I mean, probably not, but yeah.
Probably not.
There it is. Yeah. So that was our rage bait that he answered and we answered him. And it's just so funny that he had to upload that video so quick in his car. It's almost as if someone from Super 7 hit him up and say, hey, quick, do damage control for us. Because this 3POA video was blowing up. That's a theory. I don't know if that's true.
Sure. Speculation.
Okay. But I think it's true. I think his buddies at Super 7 hit him up.
We can't help that we feel that it's true, but those are feelings.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got Toy Stalker. Oh, I already read that. John E. says Super 7 sucks, way overpriced already, and this comes from someone who bought the Thunder Tank when it was first released. Thank you, John. Talib 1980 collects. Thank you, Talib. Talib or Talib? Talib?
I say Talib.
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 Like Talib Kweli. He says, time to start a better 3POA and call it 3POA Z.
Z.
For Zakanan.
Oh, is that what that's for? Wow. Go on, Talib.
Kaiju Daddy says, never trust someone with Kaiju in his name. Very suspect.
Is he a member? I gotta look at that.
It's very sus. Thank you, Kaiju Daddy. And Suka, member for 7 months, or I'm sorry, for 21 months, says, can't believe someone would shill for Super 7 over Godzilla products when Haya exists.
You said that wrong. It's Haya.
Haya's killer, man. They make
dude,
good
100%.
stuff. If only it was larger. I don't want, like, Kaiju's this big. I want them, like, this big. You know?
Kaiju's correct, but I was thinking about, like, their Snake, you know, their Rocky. Well, Rambo. Rocky's coming out.
Oh, the humans. Yes, I want all that stuff. Absolutely, yeah.
Kaiju, I'm with you. Unlike the Kaijus I want. Hey, stop talking about toys. What are we doing? Stop it.
Oh, hey. Gilly Suit, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. He says, this Canuck guy got some leave the $1 million company alone energy. Indeed.
Or like he's got an affiliate link and maybe makes a little bit of money like he's got on his website.
And maybe he's got Brian Flynn and Kyle Waladiga on speed dial. I'm probably butchering that guy's last name.
Well, I 100% would.
Yeah.
I didn't even try it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Figure Fight Club throws down 10 3POA podcast memberships. Thank you so much, Figure Fight Club, for 10 3POA podcast channel memberships. They went to John Morris, M. Sandwich, Princeton Phalanx 59, Sean Forrester, Hey Yo, Frankie,
Hey Yo, Frankie,
Greg Archer, James, Chaotic. Welcome to channel membership. Thanks to the one, the only Figure Fight Club. That's enough of that.
Gay.
Thank you so much, Hobby. We appreciate you so much. Let's see here. Let's take this. How do I take that down? Take that down off the screen.
Clicky on it.
No.
I got
I
you.
can't click on it.
I got
there
you.
we go. Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
That went good, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, not bad. Hey, Cody Walls, thank you so much for the super sticker. What does a super sticker look like on YouTube? Because I never see him on YouTube. I only see him on
Sunglasses. He gave us a little sunglasses emoji.
Hey. Thank you so much, Cody Walls. Appreciate you, man. Hal Jordan says, Zakanan bought those muscles on Amazon. If you look hard enough, you can see the seam around his neck. It's a silicone t-shirt.
Crap, can you?
He told me
For
one
real?
time. Yeah.
Paid a lot for this damn thing.
49er Brian with the 11-month membership. Thank you, 49er Brian. He says, LP and Zakanan. Yeah.
You better go to DFW, 49er Brian.
Cobra Emperor 6 G.I. Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17. That's a long name. He says, I guess 3POA Canistan doesn't get any free memberships. Sorry, Cobra Emperor 6. But you could hit that join button down below if you'd like. Thank you so much. Wait, what is this? It sucked. What sucked? Shilly Singh? Definitely didn't suck.
I thought we weren't bringing him up again.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it sucked.
It sounds like he also is a Super 7 plant and a Hasbro plant, and I forget what else.
I think he's a thorn in my side. Yeah.
You should have him come on
No.
and just do like a member stream. Like, don't give him a whole lot of air, but like just have him on and like just hash it out. Like, set him straight.
Not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
All right. We're keeping it short and sweet tonight, but channel members, stay tuned for the channel member exclusive after show We're going to be firing that up in just a minute. Zakanin, what do you got coming up? What do you want to plug?
Let's see. So Figure It Out Thursday, my channel. We're having just some fun. We're going to be talking about robots, the best out of movies, TV, cartoons, toys, comics. And then one bonus. We're doing a bonus one this Thursday, and it's going to be the worst robot ever. Yes. And that's with Blake Tarpley. So me, Mikey, and Blake Tarpley, who I will completely wreck at DFW.
Speaking of DFW, do you have something else?
Got one more. I'm going to shout out Jerk and Gaines. Well, you offered, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not streaming Saturday.
Mega Powers Thursday night. There we
Saturday go. Also.
Saturday, this Saturday. Yeah.
Mega Powers special Saturday edition.
I'm going to be on Saturday. I'm going to be a vendor at the Washington State Toy Show, which they are calling the mother of all toy shows. So I'll be there all day. There will not be a 3POA, but if I get home and I'm not too tired, maybe I'll hop on Mega Powers if they'll invite me.
You were more than welcome, but I think your time frame, I think you're going to be like 10 o'clock their time.
That's pretty late.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking late.
Ryan in parentheses, thanks for the super chat. He says, I'm retarded. The Canuck can get Canucked. Oh, man. Thank you, Scott, for posting the link. If you're local, come check it out. It's cool. It's at the Washington State Fairgrounds. They updated it. There's over 400 vendors now. It's the biggest show in the state. So
Washington State Toy Show.
Yeah, should be good. John E., welcome to channel membership. Thank you, John. Stay tuned for the after show. And that's all I got. Oh, I said it earlier. Speaking of DFW, we're going to be doing a show with Greg and Chad. Greg runs DFW, the DFW G.I. Joe show, which takes place at the end of June, last weekend of June.
Great guy.
We're going to be having him on. So stay tuned for that. And if you're new here, if this is your first show, I'm just going to play something on the outro. So it'll kind of give you an idea of what the 3POA is all about.
Someone snuck in real quick.
Oh,
Ryan
really?
in parentheses. Yeah, the weatherman, by the way. Ryan in parentheses.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for gifting one 3POA podcast membership. Appreciate you. That went to DJ Hellhammer.
Fuck nice. Yeah.
It's a nice name. All right. So, like I said, if you are new to the 3POA podcast, I'm going to play a little clip from my buddy, Barack. It's all about... This is what the 3POA is all about. And stay tuned for the after show, channel members.
How does a guy named Laserpants get his own successful podcast? Well, I'll tell you. He rides on Bobby Bala's coattails. Bobby is the meat, the substance, if you will, of that show. He can be a mean motherfucker at times. But at least he tells it like it is. All fucking Laserpants does is play loud, annoying bullshit music with his pansy-ass pirate hat on talking about invading Canada. It often looks like Bobby wants to throw a sack full of rabbit shit directly at his face.